Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast.
Head Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast.
And Head Harvester Fred Haskett from the Mid Coast.
Now the topic today is destroyers. These are people that are destroying your company each and every day.
Yeah. So what are destroyers, though? What do you mean by that, Bill?
Well, destroyers, Ed, are boss haters. They're sliders. They're the ones that get away with the minimum they can accomplish. Self-promoters, gossip mongers, that kind of group. And they can really affect your organization in a negative way because they're building tribes inside your organization. They're complainers. They say, I can't. They never offer solutions, and they undermine the coworkers.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Now, often a destroyer can be a top performer. This is where it gets difficult. If they're not performing, it's a pretty easy call, right? If they're not making money for you, it's pretty easy. But if they're really delivering the money and they're making a lot of money for you, that becomes a little more difficult, right? So I'll give you an example. A top performer making a lot of money, but he was destroying the organization one step at a time. Now, he would lie, he would cheat, he would downplay other people, play people off each other, throw people under the bus, and then kind of sneak back away from it and blame other people. So eventually, I had to make a decision, and I should have made it a lot sooner. I let it go on too long. I thought I could, through confront, communicate, and have consequences with them. I thought that would work. It did not work, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, how to solve that. So eventually, I fired him. I gave him some consequences beforehand. It wasn't a total surprise.
Right.
But in most cases, for big-time destroyers, ultimate answer, get them to be successful somewhere else.
Well, of course, I've seen it myself. That doesn't happen all the time. There's a situation that came up just this year with one of my clients, and we're very similar to that. But what we tried to do is say, what can we do to work with this person? And they took some definite actions that really helped this person and turned that person completely around.
Like what?
They did some anger management, and by doing that, like a course in anger management and a psychologist, completely turned that person around, because I think sometimes they don't even realize what they're doing. They don't even understand it consciously, okay? Yeah. But once they understand that and kind of brings it to the top, then they can act on correcting the situation. So that's a good situation.
Oh, yeah.
So what should you do? Fred, tell us what you do when you get a destroyer.
Well, you kind of alluded to it a few seconds ago. You need to confront them, and you need to do it sooner rather than later.
Maybe with two people instead of one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You do it in a group setting so that there's no backwash for you. You need to communicate exactly what's going on, and you need to do it in a coaching methodology. You want to give them alternatives. You want to give them an action plan on what they need to do to bring this back together, and so they can be a positive force in your organization. And then at the end, there has to be consequences if they don't achieve those goals. So again, at the end, if they don't achieve, they have to shape up, and otherwise you need to redirect their career path.
Oh, that's code for you're out of here.
Out of here.
All right.
Shape up or ship out.
Unfortunately.
Good stuff. Now, this is Head Harvester Bill Arman.
And Head Harvester Ed LaFlamme.
And Head Harvester Fred Haskett.
Now go out there and destroy your destroyers if you can. Get them the heck out of there. That's what we're probably going to end up having to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll see you next time. Now listen, let's destroy this guy's shirt a little bit.
Wait a minute, that's a beautiful shirt.
I gotta tell you
that's
what,
not a destroyer shirt.
See, I'm acting like a destroyer. See how I deflected it off of me?
Negative, right?
I went negative on them.
You are.
So I'm a destroyer, but I made
no
it look like
buttons
he
on
was a
the
destroyer.
collar.
I'm picking
You're
on
looking
his
pretty
shirt
good.
so much.
Where's
I
the
don't
little
understand.
button tie?
That's a
thing
really
there? What do
nice
you call
shirt.
that? Pocket tie?